Well, I grew up watching Jack LaLanne and the other guy, Tony Atlas. He was on the magazines when I was a kid. I always wanted to have big muscles like Tony Atlas. And my mother, she watched Jack LaLanne religiously. He was always in great shape up until he passed away. May he rest in peace. But I was thinking about some things. I've been exercising for over 35 years now. There's a lot of things that I've learned in exercising that I think I need to share. It seemed like it was just yesterday I was 21 years old, and now I'm a senior citizen. And you see all these workout videos on TV, and a lot of these guys are doing all these fast movement exercises. They're using a lot of weight. They're moving around. Well, when you get older, you can't do that, and you're not going to look like a lot of those guys and those ladies that's on TV. It's not going to happen. As you get older, your body changes. I recognize that, but a lot of times what they don't tell you in a lot of these exercise videos is that it's more to it than just exercising. Because I can do a particular exercise and somebody else can do that same exercise and get different results. Why is that? Well, genetically we're made up differently. There may be something else that's affecting us, such as food. What are we putting into our bodies? How much water we're drinking? And different foods have different effects on different people. So these are things that I've learned over the years, and for whatever reason, a lot of these videos that you see on TV, they don't share that with you. And let me just say that I'm going to teach some exercises, and these exercises are for people who maybe you're retired, maybe you can't afford to go to the gym, maybe because of the way that you look, you don't want to be seen in tights and that type of thing, and you just don't want to be embarrassed, so to speak. You may think that you're going to be feel embarrassed by going into a gym and thinking people are in great shape and you're not. So I'm going to show a variety of exercises you can do. You don't need to go out and buy any equipment. See, that's another thing. You see all these different pieces of equipment and say, well, you can do this one and you can get all these different muscles to working and you'll be in great shape. Well, we're not going that way. We're going the economical way. With the way the economy is in the world right now, everybody can't go out and pay $29, $100 a month to go to a gym. So I'm going to teach you some things that you can do using household products. You look at my backdrop, I have bottles of water. There's some salt. There's bleach. And of course I have a couple of weights here on the floor that I'm going to use, and we have chairs. And that's basically all you're going to need to do the exercises I'm going to show you how to do. And let me just say that, give you this disclaimer, you should consult your physician, your doctor, before you start any exercise. Be sure that you can do it. Now, we're not going to go in and get involved in doing any strenuous exercises where you see on TV and say, man, I can't do that. We're going to do some just basic exercises for your basic muscle group. We're going to do bicep, for your part of your arm here. We're going to do the tricep for the back of your arm. Men and women, they have this thing when they're raising their arm. You see that flab hanging down? We're going to work on that part of the arm. We're going to do your shoulders, right? We're going to do the front part of your shoulder, we're going to do the side, and we're going to do the back part of your shoulder. We're going to do an exercise for your stomach. Many times, you start getting that little pudge as you get older. Getting in your 50s, 60s, 70s, or up in your 80s, you start getting that little bit of pudge. It's natural. Some people want to take the shortcut and go up under the knife and do the liposuction, the tummy tuck and all this type of thing, but you don't really need that. You can do it if you want to, but I'm just saying, when you get older, it's not always the best solution. So we'll show an exercise you can do for your stomach. Simple. We'll show your back exercise. A lot of times when we're doing back exercises, a lot has to do with your posture. I noticed myself, as a friend of mine who made me aware of it. Even when I'm driving, I'm aware of the posture. I'm not over like that. I'm more upright. When I'm sitting in a chair, I'm more upright. Sitting down having dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever, I'm sitting upright. I'm not stooped over. So, just be aware of your posture, how you're sitting. That helps your back. We're going to do some leg exercises for your hamstrings, as well as your quadricep muscles, the front, and your calves. All these are going to be done simple. Like I said, we're not going to use any type of machines. We're just going to use household products, and that's basically it. But you have to remember something. When you're exercising, the exercising is only a small percentage of the overall look of your physique, of your body. You have to eat right. What do I mean by that? You can't eat a lot of foods that are high in saturated fats. You have to drink plenty of water. I didn't say water, I said water. You have to drink water, like I have back here. You have to eat vegetables. I know some people say, I don't really like vegetables. But you have to eat vegetables. You have to eat right. Because when I was in my 20s and 30s, I worked out a lot. I used to spend 3-4 hours in the gym and just constantly worked out. And then I guess around about the age of about 33, 34, I learned that it's not so much about the amount of time you spend in the gym, but what you put in your body, the foods that you take in, is really about 60% or even 70% of how you're going to look. So while you may go to the gym and spend hours in the gym pumping iron, working out, but then you go off and you're eating fast food all the time. It's fine if you're in your 20s. But when you get in your 30s and 40s and 50s and on up, not the right thing to do. It's not only is it not going to, it's going to delay the way that you want to look, but it's also health-wise, it's not good for you. And as you get up in age, then you begin to find out about those things. So, I made these exercises. We're going to do these exercises with the seniors in mind. I say seniors, 50 years and up. To me, if you're over 50, you're a senior. Or, even if you're just one of those persons, like I stated before, who just can't afford to go to the gym, then you want to try and start just a basic exercise program, then this is fine, because we're not going to be doing any stepping. You're not going to be doing any fast motion exercises. That's good for your cardio. But what I recommend for cardio is just to walk. Take your walk. Stop driving everywhere. Take a walk or ride a bike. Go to the park. Take your walk. Walk your dog. When you're walking your dog, you're doing cardio. A lot of people don't say, hey, you need to Stairmaster, and then you need to just run. Well, if you're doing that, that's fine, well and good. But again, like I said before, when you get older, as I've learned and still learning, those bones, those muscles don't work like they used to. So we have to recognize that fact. And I just wanted to start off by saying that. And the next videos I'm going to do, we're going to do, like I said, each muscle group. And you'll find out also that I'm going to include a couple of muscle groups that if you go to the gym, they don't really stretch too much because they get overlooked. And if you're a golfer, if you're a tennis player, one of the muscle groups that people overlook is the forearm. Working your forearm. We're going to show you some exercises to do to strengthen that forearm. And another part of the muscle group that people overlook is your neck. You know, you want to have a strong neck. So we'll show you how to strengthen your neck muscles also. So having said that, we're going to do one muscle group at a time, and on the videos that you'll see, we'll have them labeled for bicep, tricep, shoulders, back, and we may just say legs for the other exercise. So hopefully these exercises will be a benefit to you. And remember, before you start any exercise, make sure you get an okay from your doctor. And he says, oh yeah, you can do that. But again, we're not doing any type of real strenuous exercises. These are exercises that's going to keep you in shape. And when you do your 15 minutes or 30 minutes of exercises every day, you should feel better about yourself, and you should get you should notice a little bit of a change in your body. But again, you have to make sure that you're not only exercising, but you're eating correctly. Stay away from a lot of those sugars. You want to have this big dessert, these big ice cream sundaes, and you want to exercise and say like you're a woman and you're trying to get in that size 10 or 12, and right now you're 18 or 20, but you go to the buffet every other day and you can continuously having dessert with your meal. It's not going to happen. Or if you're a guy and maybe you're playing golf and you're having beers while you're playing golf. Some golf courses they don't allow that any longer. But maybe you're watching the game, you're drinking beers all the time. And eating pizza. But again, you just got to, so you have to change your diet too. It's just not only about exercising, but you have to change that diet. Watch what you're eating. Even when you're a personal trainer, you're going to have a personal trainer, but the personal trainer should also be aware of what you're putting in your body. Because if you're not having any noticeable differences, chances are what you're eating is affecting it. So you're doing all these exercises, you're paying all this money, and you still look the same. I used to be 147 pounds up until I was like about 19 years old. Then I began to exercise when I turned 23 years old. I joined the gym at about 25 and shot up to like about 188. And then when I turned like about 35, 36 years old, my weight was 200. The largest I've ever been was 216 pounds. And at that time, it was all natural, no growth hormone, no steroids, any of that type of thing. I could bench press 365 pounds, 10 reps. My body fat was less than 5%. I never played any sports. But I watched the foods that I ate. Grapes have a great effect on me. I mean, it changes my skin to very glossy type of shiny look. It clears up any type of dry skin, because I suffer with dry skin. It clears my dry skin up. So certain foods have different effects on people. You have to find out what foods affect you. Foods affect people differently. So keep that in mind. Now, I think I've talked enough. So we're going to start the exercises, and hopefully they will help you. Okay?